Under the leadership of manager Arne Slot, Liverpool is about to embark on a strategic overhaul that promises to transform the squad and redefine the team's identity. At the centre of this battle for the future of the midfield emerges a name that has been causing a stir behind the scenes of football: Bilal El Khanous. The 20-year-old Moroccan, who shone even amidst the turbulent campaign of Leicester City in the Premier League, is now on the radar of two English giants, Liverpool and Arsenal. Will the Reds manage to bring him to Anfield, or will they watch Arsenal snatch their gem? Before diving into El Khanous' story, it's important to understand the broader context at Anfield. After the epic Premier League triumph last season, Liverpool is in transition. Richard Hughes, the sporting director, and Arne Slot are planning a smart restructuring of the squad, balancing strategic departures with impactful signings. Players like Kawhimin Kelleher, Joe Gomez, Jarell Quansah, Kostas Tsimikas, Diogo Jota, Federico Chiesa, and even Darwin Núñez could leave the club if suitable offers arise. These movements would free up space both in the starting lineup and in Liverpool's coffers for investments in priority areas. One of those priorities? The midfield. With the departure of key players and the need to rejuvenate the sector, Liverpool urgently needs a playmaker who can seamlessly fit into Arne Slot's dynamic and high-intensity style of play. And this is where Bilal El Khanous comes in, a young talent whose name has echoed through the corridors of Anfield for months. Imagine a player who combines vision, refined technique, and an impressive defensive work rate. Now imagine that player operating in the heart of Liverpool's midfield, delivering precise passes, creating opportunities, and actively contributing to the team's trademark high press. That's Bilal El Khanous, a natural playmaker who caught everyone's attention even during a disastrous season for Leicester City. Transferred from Genk last summer for around £20 million, El Khanous quickly established himself as one of the few bright spots in a team that was eventually relegated to the Championship. His ability to control the tempo of the game, find tight spaces, and create clear chances for his teammates made him one of the standout performers in the squad. Moreover, his defensive work ethic, a crucial element for Arne Slot's game model, makes him practically tailor-made for Liverpool. But why wasn't he signed earlier? Simple: price. At the time, Liverpool hesitated to pay the £20 million demanded by Genk. However, with Leicester now facing financial difficulties after relegation and concerns related to the Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, there is an expectation that El Khanous could be available for a similar amount, or perhaps even less. This opens a window of opportunity for Liverpool to reignite their interest. If you thought the battle for El Khanous would be easy for Liverpool, brace yourself for an exciting twist. According to reports from Fichajes, Arsenal is also in the race for the young Moroccan. Under Mikel Arteta's management, the Gunners have been working hard to strengthen their midfield, and El Khanous appears as an ideal option to add creativity and versatility to the team. The reports suggest that negotiations between Arsenal and Leicester are already underway, with the Gunners willing to offer €30 million for the player. It's a clear sign that they are serious about bringing him to the Emirates Stadium. For Liverpool, this means time is running out. If they want to secure El Khanous' arrival, the Reds need to act quickly and decisively. Let's delve deeper into what makes El Khanous so special and why he would be a perfect fit for Arne Slot's system. First, there's his ability as a playmaker. He possesses incredible field vision, capable of anticipating movements and delivering decisive passes at critical moments. This quality is essential for a team looking to dominate possession and create constant goal-scoring opportunities. Additionally, El Khanous is extremely versatile. While he prefers to play as a central playmaker, he can also perform more advanced or deeper roles depending on tactical needs. This flexibility would be a major asset for Liverpool, especially in matches where adaptability is key. But what truly sets El Khanous apart is his defensive contribution. Despite being an offensive midfielder, he demonstrates a remarkable willingness to help in the high press and recover the ball. This characteristic is fundamental for Slot's style, which demands total commitment from players in all phases of the game. In other words, El Khanous wouldn't just be a playmaker, he'd be a true tactical soldier on the pitch. While Liverpool has shown interest before, Arsenal seems to be a step ahead at the moment. With negotiations already underway and a concrete offer on the table, the Gunners are sending a clear message. They want El Khanous at any cost. For Liverpool, this represents a significant challenge. Not only do they need to match or surpass Arsenal's financial offer, but they must also convince the player himself that Anfield is the right place for him to grow and reach his full potential. And here's another important point: emotional appeal. Liverpool has a rich history of developing young talents and turning them into global stars. Players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah are living examples of this philosophy. For El Khanous, choosing Liverpool could mean not only being part of an ambitious project, but also writing his name in the history of one of the most iconic clubs in the world. We cannot ignore the delicate situation of Leicester City. Relegated to the Championship and facing severe financial restrictions, the Foxes are in a tough spot. Keeping a player of El Khanous's calibre would be irrational, both from a sporting and financial perspective. Therefore, it's almost certain that he will be sold this summer. However, Leicester won't back down easily. Even amid difficulties, the club knows it holds a valuable gem. Long-term contracts, El Khanous is tied until 2028, give them room to negotiate high values, and it's likely they'll try to extract the maximum from his sale. For Liverpool, this means that not only money, but also a strategic approach in negotiations will be necessary. If there's one thing Liverpool has learned in recent transfer windows, it's that hesitation can come at a high cost. In January, names like Omar Marmoush and Nico Gonzalez slipped away to Manchester City because the club didn't act quickly enough. Let's not forget the frustrating attempt to sign Moises Caicedo, who ended up at Chelsea. These examples serve as a reminder that, in the modern market, those who hesitate are lost. With Arsenal already taking firm steps toward El Khanous, Liverpool needs to make a quick decision. If they wait too long, they risk losing another priority target, and that could have serious consequences for their future plans. As the battle for El Khanous takes dramatic turns, Liverpool continues working on other fronts. The squad overhaul promises to be extensive, with incomings and outgoings that will shape the club's future. But one thing is certain: securing a midfielder like El Khanous would be a monumental step towards sustainable success. For Reds fans, this is a time of anticipation and anxiety. The competition with Arsenal adds a special spice to the story, making it even more thrilling. Will Arne Slot finally have his ideal playmaker at Anfield? Or will we see El Khanous wearing Arsenal colours? Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain: this summer's transfer market will be unforgettable. Bilal El Khanous is more than just a name on a transfer list. He is a young man full of passion, technique, and tactical intelligence, ready to explode onto the global stage. Whether at Anfield or the Emirates Stadium, he promises to make an immediate impact. For Liverpool, securing his signature would be a clear sign that the club is getting back on track and ready to compete again for the most important titles. While Liverpool moves for El Khanous, another name promises to heat up the backstage: Milos Kerkez. The young Hungarian left-back is in high demand after shining at Bournemouth, and could be the solution Arne Slot seeks to reinforce the flanks. But beware, giants like Manchester City and Real Madrid are also in the race. Will Kerkez be the next addition to the Reds, or will he choose another destination? Click on the card to the side and find out everything you need to know about this story that promises to shake Anfield.